Hey folks, how are you? Hope you people are doing well. Myself, Naman Verma from India, and today I'm going to reacting on a video of the new Statesman channel. So do subscribe this channel and subscribe me too. So the title of today's video is Donald Trump is actually a moderate. US election 2024. So as you people know that Donald Trump is now elected as a president of the United States of America. So now today we can react. Today I'm gonna reacting on this video. So let's discuss about this video later. And first of all, I will watch it. If you are not following me on my Insta and Facebook yet, so follow me for dancing and acting content. The links are given below in the description box. So follow me and subscribe my channel Bharat Reacts too. Okay, Bharat means modern India. Bharat is an ancient name of India. So Bharat, that is India. So without any delay, let's get started.
I'm going to spend most of our conversation talking about how Trump shapes the Republican Party, but I want to start because we just talked to Sarah Churchwell, and she's been talking about these comparisons between the Trump rally held at Madison Square Garden recently and fascist rallies held at the same location in the 1940s. I mean, do you think it's fair that there's comparisons between Trump with fascists?
Well, specifically the rallies you're talking about in the 1930s with Nazi, I think that's
Nazi
line that is setting here. You do have a lot of colors there. You have a lot of Hasidic Jews who attend that. But there was a lot of just from the island of Portland. A trash heap or a floating heap of garbage to Tucker Carlson characterizing Vice President Harris as a Samoan Malaysian, the like former prosecutor. So, I just think that we can condemn things without going all the way to Nazi, because there are distinct ways in which the Trump is going to talk about it. It's not an easy movement. It's a populist movement, and populist movements
for sure.
In America and many other parts of the world can be very ugly, and that's what you're getting is the dark side of populism. That rally, I think the Nazi comparison is good.
Let's take out the Nazi comparison. Is it fair to call Trump a fascist?
No, I disagree, only because I think of fascism as something associated with a specific sort of Southern set of circumstances. And I just think that American history has its own analogies that are better to draw. There is a long-standing American populist tradition going back to
Andrew Jackson,
who's a transformative president. In some ways, expanded small d democracy in the United States. Alongside Martin Van Buren of the modern Democratic Party, which makes it one of the oldest, if not
the expand democracy of US
party in the world. But he had this sort of demagogic side, where he, bully, he had this sense, for example, he would inflicted untold miseries upon America's Native American population, but would also speak of them and speak of himself as the father of the So, and that's, to me, that's kind of very Trump, so that's all I'm saying.
It sounds like Trump.
America the American experience has its own models of really bad things that you refer back to without needing to turn to Italy, Franco Spain or whatever, because it's just the traditions are very, very different. But yeah, American populism has leader worship, including by the leaders we now admire.
This is
rallies and celebrations.
Leader worship is
FDR,
a worldwide issue.
A bust of FDR the size of my apartment being floated down Fifth Avenue. You look at that without any context. Wow, that's and looks a lot like other leaders at the time around the 1930s and 40s. But of course, FDR was democracy against fascism. So my point is to use specifically American historical reference, including very other things, like Jackson was transformed. He was also kind of a vicious bully and one of the, in terms of the treatment of Native Americans, one of the worst that are out there in our history. I think Jackson is more apt comparison than kind of Italian despot.
I mean, since Trump first became the Republican nominee for the 2016 election, how has the Republican Party changed, and how has he specifically changed?
Impressive.
So
he's a dude.
Trump has changed the Republican Party in several respects. The first is just the base that he's brought into the party. There's been what's called a realignment, class-based realignment between the two parties. Democrats increasingly represent the professional class, managerial class in urban areas. They didn't used to be. They were founded by Andrew Jackson as a party that was a vehicle for small business, farmers, and northeastern workers. It is now shifted to being much more of a professional class party, and at the same time, Trump has picked up. Beginning in 2016, he picked up the white working class, and then in 2020 and now in 2024, he's making inroads among working class people of color. So the first thing he's done is brought a new base to the Republican Party. Lots of people, for example, who were Obama to Trump voters. It's probably the most crucial demographic in this election in places like Pennsylvania. These are kind of white ethnic, meaning like Irish, Italian, Polish, etc. Catholics who were working class, who hated George W. Bush. They voted twice for Barack Obama, and then on the third, and then in 2016,
Trump.
So that's one way in which he's changed it. I would argue that on the policy front, Trump has actually moved the Republican Party closer to the center. It's actually moderated party. This was a party that, in its former iteration, was the party of, we're going to cut your entitlements and we're going to send you off to, misbegotten military adventures in the Middle East. Plus a lot of evangelical moral hike.
He's a moderator
fewer and fewer
of the party.
Found attractive. And
we can say he's a powerhouse.
Although it was kind of
Republican
center-right agenda, in terms of like what people actually wanted and how it was playing itself out in their lives, it was felt as extreme and undesirable.
It's so interesting to hear you describe Trump as a moderate, that he's bringing the Republicans back to the center, because that's not how he's seen by most people who listen to his speeches, listen to the rhetoric.
Yeah, in some ways he's not, and I'll get into that. So I'm saying only on the substance or policy front, he's
policy making.
He's a throwback to an older tradition associated with figures like Dwight Eisenhower and Richard Nixon, who basically made their peace with the New Deal, with the entitlements. So Trump, notably, when he first ran in 2015-16, would disagree with all of his conventional Republican rivals by saying, I'm not going to keep for Social Security. I'm not going to raise the age of retirement. That's unusual. For 2 decades or more, Republicans have been saying that we need to impose means testing on Social Security. We need to cut the benefits, etc. And he comes around and says, actually, I'm going to keep your benefits the way they are. And the base of the party, or the new base of the party, roared, in cheering him, in saying that. He was able to say that the Iraq War was a disaster.
Iraq War was a disaster, definitely.
Intellectuals, including
myself,
I was a Wall Street Journal leader writer based in London at the time, we all gasped, you can't say that. But then it was like something that ordinary people had long concluded the Iraq War was a disaster. And so when he said it moved my heart to where we are. He even hinted that he supports some sort of public option in healthcare. He said, I'm not going to let people die on the street. So in that sense, he's moderated the policy sense of the substance. However, the form of the party, the political vehicle through which these moderate policy ideas have come to be expressed, has become extreme and disturbingly so, right? So you have the rhetoric that I've mentioned about the Madison Square Garden rally. He has brought in an atmosphere of conspiracism to the party with lots of former, I see the transformation even, at the level, the popular level of people who are, just, believe that the deep state is out to take away their raw milk, and just this kind of bizarre, conspiratorial. Of course, the biggest one of all is disturbing 2020 election journalism, which led eventually, it helped fuel the January 6th riot, insurrection, even you want to call it Capitol, in which 6 people died. So it's a paradox in the sense that
it's a paradox.
he was more moderate than what the kind of establishment unipart of this center-right, center-left Democrats had adopted. They all wanted endless free trade, etc., which ordinary people didn't want. In that sense, he's moderate, but it somehow took like someone who, in other respects, is extreme, is odd, is kind of disturbing, to articulate that and sort of barrel through this kind of the orthodoxy that has settled between center-right and left Democrats.
Here's the end of this video. So please tell me what's the perspective you people think about Donald Trump, and from where you people are watching me, from US or UK, or from which part of the country. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing that he said. Donald Trump is a moderate, actually, in sense of policy making, and he's a straightforward guy. I always said in my earlier videos that he's he's a cool dude, and he's a energetic guy, actually, and his decision making, you can say his policy making, are clear cut. There are no any ifs and buts in the manifesto of Republicans. So as it happens earlier in US politics. So that is why I admire him, and he's a genuine guy. And you people, please tell me in the comment section that what difference do you see from your eyes, from your naked eyes, in your country, America, when there was a Democrats government, Joe Biden, and now the Republicans, the ruling party, and under the leadership of Donald Trump. So you please tell me that what is the change you people experiencing right now in your country. So, and please tell me in the comment section that what is the mood of the country. What is the present mood of America in regarding to Republicans or Democrats? So please tell me in the comment section, and please suggest me more videos like this, so I can react on those videos, and we will watch those videos together. And you people are citizens of America, US, or any European country, so you please correct me if I am wrong in understanding some stuffs of the video. So that's all for today's video. Stay fit, stay healthy, and it's me, Naman Verma, signing off.